What's up, everybody? How is everyone? Happy Saturday. I hope all is well. Hope y'all are doing great. I just wanted to jump on here because a thought came through my mind, my thoughts and my messages run through, you know. If you've been here long enough, then you know. And I'm just sitting here thinking, I was like, for the past, it's been a while, and it'll always be. But I was just sitting here thinking about how there's so many individuals that do not mind their business. And it's like, why? You literally have your own individual life to do whatever you want to do that has to do with you. Why are you over here in so and so's business and such business trying to see what they're doing? Why? And the answer is it's because they're miserable. Only miserable people like to try to put their head and their nose into other people's business. Only people who want to befriend people for ill reasons want to talk about people or try to invade people's privacy and their business. It's sick. This is why I believe that predators aren't just people that go after children or go after vulnerable people or the people that wait in the dark alleys and get women at night. Those aren't the only predators. Predators are also people who are nosy. Predators are also people who want to go in and dive into people business. The predators are also people who gossip in a bad way. Those are also predators, and I be needing y'all to understand that anyone who's lurking and looking and using certain words and coming around at certain times is a predator because they're trying to get you in some type of way. They're trying to get into your business. Your business is your business. And when you take the time to involve those people into your business, that's when they're allowed. And that's the thing. They want to be allowed and they're not allowed. The He-Man, what are they, the He-Man Woman Haters Club. Like, you're not allowed in here, Darla. Get the fuck on, okay? Like, it really bothers me. I'm gonna say that. It doesn't bog. I was gonna say it boggles me, but it really bothers me because I'm a type of individual where I don't care about anybody's business. If you don't need medical attention, I don't care about your business at all. Okay, I don't. And a lot of people fake. I don't care about that. I don't care. It's that. And it's crazy because it's literally. I know I'm sitting here saying I don't care about people's business, but the main ones that are saying all the time they don't care about folks' business are the ones that's in people's business. The folks that walk around with everybody's business in their throat, those people irritate my soul. I cannot stand people that you just say hi to a person, all of a sudden they know Billy business, Jamie business, Tommy business, and now you know all their business. Like, why are you telling me this for? I can't stand an individual like that. And I was sitting here and I was like, it's crazy because a lot of these people turn around and say, I got Jesus, I got God, I know him, and he know me, and I got a relationship with him, and I da 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 da. Religion, this, it boggles me because a lot of these people that claim that if you really knew your word and your scriptures and God and da 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 like that, you know that what you're doing is something he don't like. He doesn't like that. And it's in the Bible. People love to say what's in the Bible. Listen, what's in the Bible. And I'm not an avid Bible reader. Like, I don't pull the Bible out and read it word for word, cover to cover, book for book. I just go in it when whatever. But I've gotten a lot of scriptures for myself by just doing my own studying and researching in the Bible instead of listening to what people telling me to go read. And I found that there's actually a scripture for minding your business. And it boggles my mind. It doesn't boggle my mind, but it's interesting because like people like to throw out the big heavy scriptures or the big known scriptures, but leave the little ones alone. And I find that the little ones, the little scriptures that people are just overlooking or they're not trying to use into their life are the ones that are saying the biggest messages. They're saying the biggest things to folks. And I don't know why it bothers me so much about business. I know because it's a lot of people around me and in my energy that loves to tap into my energy or try to get into my energy to mind my business because the way I move in life, it doesn't seem normal to them. And because I keep to myself, a lot of people who are soul suckers and business suckers, they are bothered by people who they can't entice and get into their business and then shut them down and make them blind and then make them follow just like them, so they have little minions and things like that. um, People who are loud and like to talk a lot and just call themselves being lively and things like that, they cannot stand quiet ones. That's why quiet people get a bad rep. I always hear it. The quiet ones are the crazy ones. The quiet ones are the ones that'll stab you in the back first. The quiet ones are the mean ones. The quiet ones are the. It's always something negative about a quiet one, but literally, quiet ones are literally what they are. They're fucking quiet, and they're quiet for a reason because they don't like all that hoorah rah rah shit that people be doing on the outside. And it's a fact that the more you're quiet, the more you learn. You can't learn when your mouth is always open talking because then your ears are closed. You can't hear nothing because you're talking. This is how I know that when people come in and go in over quiet people, it's something that they're hiding. They want to be loud to be seen, but then yet they don't want all the stuff that they're really doing behind the scenes to be seen. So then they're gonna go pick on the quiet one and see what the quiet one doing. This is that's why people that don't mind their business bothers me. And then on top of that, when people that are loud and messy and bothered and things like that, when they see a quiet person, it also bothers them because they're always quiet people move in a different way and it agitates loud people. So when you're not doing what they're doing, the black sheep are not doing what the other sheep are doing, it bothers them. So now they gotta pick conflicts and they gotta pick things and make rumors and they gotta make side eyes and then they gotta make fake attempts to, try to talk to you. And if that don't work, then real shit pop off. Like little petty stuff will pop off to try to get you to open up and go bad and spaz out on people. And then when you get to doing that, you get to explaining yourself, and then people are able to pick you apart and be like, oh, okay. To me, that is trifling and it's dirty and it's cowardly. It's cowardly most of all. For you to want to start shit with someone so you can see what they really about. That's crazy to me. That's what's crazy. But when someone minding their business and they quiet, all of a sudden they're the crazy ones. Cause you quiet and minding your business, you crazy. Or you quiet and you minding your business, you got something to hide. Like that issue really just be getting to me, bro. Or how they be trying to like recommend you do stuff thinking that you don't know what to do in life, which is why you're quiet. They don't know what to do in life. That's why they're quiet. They don't know what to do. So let me try to guide them in this way. And it's like you don't know what that person knows. Mind your business. It's amazing to me how people have a whole entire life and refuse to mind the business that they have, to mind the life that they have. Now you got to be miserable if you are minding someone else's business. Your life has to be on the fritz for you to be wanting to mind someone else's business. I don't care how much someone is blowed up, dolled up, working hours upon hours, nice car, clothes, all of this. That don't mean nothing. That's superficial stuff. That's material stuff. That means nothing. That's a cloak. Those are cloaks. Material things are cloaks. And people be thinking they Harry Potter and got a fucking invisibility cloak. No, the ones that can see can see. Okay. And I be seeing a lot of real bullshit going around inside of people, and I just be, that just, I put my head down and keep it pushing, because it really bothers me, bro. Just the way people are bothered by quiet people bothers me when people are nosy, bro. It just really does because people aren't nosy because they want to help or anything like that. They nosy because they want to have something to talk about. They nosy so they can see if the rumors that they've been making up is really accurate. That's the only way they're gonna know if their rumors are accurate is if they nosy. So they've been talking. It's like they get into a group or whatever, and they get to talking, making up all their own stories and stuff. And then one of them are like, "Okay, I'm gonna go see," and then they go and they try to see if the stories are accurate. Try to test people that are quiet. Then y'all wonder why, when someone is spazzes out in the public eye or on family members and da 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 da, and you figure out that person was quiet minding their business. Then y'all wonder why. 9 times out of 10, I feel like a lot of people who do probably spaz out or whatever, they mistreated. They've been mistreated. That all they wanted to do was just mind their business and live their life, but around people, they just won't let them be because the people that's minding the business of others can't be. They can't. They don't live soundly in their soul. They don't in their spirit. Like look, I've been around for a long time, but I also been around for a short time. So I thank God for the life that I have, that I do have, and the things that I've been through. You know, uh, when I tell certain people that I trust my story, it's just like they're flabbergasted, and I'm just like, I was supposed to have this life, and there's a reason why, because I'm able to do this and share things with folks and let people know that you. I know people just like to take what they see at face value, but sometimes you gotta go a little deeper. Life isn't just surface, not superficial stuff. Sometimes life is really deep, and you gotta look deep, and you can't ignore those red flags. Like red flags aren't just in relationships. Red flags are in the workplace, with your coworkers, with your peers at school, and they with your neighbors, and they with your family members, and they're in your personal relationships. They're everywhere. Red flags are everywhere. You know, it, they're, it, it's oof. I just, I don't know. I just had to say that. Like, if you a quiet one and you like to keep to yourself, continue to keep to yourself. Is what I'm saying. Don't mind nobody. Don't mind nobody else is trying to pull you up out of what you in. They might fit because, and then it's another stereotype or another assumption that people who are quiet, they depressed, they lonely. No, I've seen some of the happiest quiet motherfuckers on this earth, and you wouldn't know what they really doing unless they told you. I know people who live a quiet life but be it really enjoying themselves, like getting out doing things you would never know because they mind their business. I've always steered clear of people who like to click up, group up, and that's not just something that I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do that. It's just something that's naturally in me. And I've noticed that a lot of people that are built the opposite don't like that. And then that's where I get the whole, my mind starts going to like the angels and demons and all of that and all of that. And, because demons aren't just little ugly little motherfuckers that walk around here, with slobby faces and boils and stuff like that, like we see in the movies. They're really alive, walking people. They're not just dead people because we're also told that demons are, these entities and that is some of it, but they're child, you should be most scared of the living than you should be of the dead. I'll tell y'all that right now. I feel like the dead that do come in contact with human life is just trying to get somewhere or they confused about something. But humans that actually have breathing life in them the ones you need to be scared of. Because then those are the unpredictable folks. At least with spirits, you know what time they finna show. At least you know what time they finna show up and you know what they finna do. Because they do the same thing over and over. So at least you can clock a spirit, in the afterlife. But the humans, you can't clock them. So called. Y'all like the people like say clock it. Y'all can't clock nothing. Can you even tell time without it being digital, first of all? But that's all I had to say. that was just rolling around in my mind. And sometimes, I be on my um, just thinking out loud to myself, talking to myself, and then sometimes I'm like, maybe I ought to put this in a message because I be saying some stuff to myself, and I be knowing it's a message, but I don't be putting it out. But I might start doing that. I don't know. I just had some little time to do it, so I thought I would do it. But if you a person that likes to mind your business and keep to yourself, do that. God even encourages that because the stuff that you keep to yourself is the stuff that you're supposed to share with Him anyway alone. He's sharing with you. A lot of the things that we do in life, we're not supposed to share with others, and that's fine. And that's fine. So don't ever let someone try to beat you out of you or take you out of you or keep you from you or who you are or what you like to do because a lot of people live in society terms. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm a rebel when it comes to society stuff. I might do some things like society say whatever, but most of the time I'm looking at society sideways and I'm just like, child, bye. No, society just don't do it for me. Sometimes it just doesn't, because especially nowadays, so, if you following things in society today, I feel sorry for you. You are one closed-minded person, and the things that need to be open on you are very much closed. You know, so yeah, I'm done. I'll talk to y'all later.